What up, YouTube? T-Movies here with this new indie film coming out this week titled The Road Not Taken. Since it does star Javier Bardem, I decided to go ahead and do my top 10 favorite Javier Bardem movies. Because the guy is awesome. He is definitely one of the best actors there is. He won an Oscar before. His best role, arguably, is being married to Penelope Cruz, so there's that. But anyway, with that being said, here's my 10 favorite Javier Bardem movies. Alright. Coming in at number 10, I'm going to go with this film called J-Mon, which is a pretty decent Spanish-based film. And, here you got Bardem, who portrays the role of a Casanova who's stuck between his employer and the woman he's supposed to seduce here, of course, portrayed by Penelope Cruz. But he ends up falling for her, and years later, they ended up starring together in another film that's going to be on this list. And years after this movie got released, they ended up getting married as well. And those two really, Penelope Cruz was terrific. I guess she's Penelope Cruz. She's always terrific. But you also had Jordi Mola was also great in this. Really great performances by Bardem, by Cruz. If you guys, it's a really decent. It's where a guy ends up, wanting to seduce this girl, but he ends up falling for her instead. So that's an interesting romance stuff there too. But this actually is more Jordi Mola's led film more than Javier Bardem. He's more of a supporting player, but that aside, really decent little flick they got released in the 90s. Alright, coming in at number 9, I'm going to go with John Malkovich's directing film, The Dancer Upstairs. Now, this here you got Bardem, who portrays this lawyer turned police detective named Augustin Rajas, who is on the case of a domestic terrorist cell whose tactics range from mischievous to homicidal. And you got Ava Folk, who portrays the self-proclaimed president Esquivel, who. And it's a really decent look. John Malkovich, it's pretty cool that he directed a film like this. He did a pretty good job of it. Bardem was pretty terrific. Really nice driller-based flick, and and I should mention here he also ends up having an unexpected romance with this woman named Yolanda and all that, and it's the dance upstairs is pretty decent. It does have a dance mix in it too, so there's that. But anyway. Alright, coming in at number 8, I'm gonna go with Before Night Falls. Now this is a romance based film, and it tells us the life of a richly journey into the life of other writings of this brilliant Cuban author named Axel Renando Ernest, portrayed by Bardem, and it spans the whole bit of Ernest's life, from his rural childhood to his early embrace of revolution, to his persecutions, and it also talked about his passing, and he even and you even got Johnny Depp as Bond, as the role of Lieutenant Victor. You got Sean Penn was in this, Oliver Martinez. Really, it is a tragic story, but man, Javier Bardem was terrific in his part. Of course, Johnny Depp and Bardem will later star in the last Pirates of the Caribbean movie, so there's that. But probably one of Bardem's coolest performances of the '80s. Really tragic story. You're gonna need tissues if you're watching this film. Yeah, but he started talking about when it became public knowledge. Alright, coming in at number 7, I'm gonna go with Alejandro Amenabar film The Sea Inside. Now here you got Bardem, who portrays Roman Spendario, who's this Spanish shop mechanic who's who's also a part-time poet who is left as a paraplegic after a diving accident. And the film tells the true story of San Pedro's 30-year battle for the legal right to end his life and all that. It is a really tragic story as well. He also develops a close relationship with this, long-term lawyer named Julia, played by Belen Radua, and his friend Rosa, played by Lola Dunas, who tries to convince him that his life is worth living and all. And it's also really tragic. I mean, probably one of Bardem's other best performances. He was really terrific in this film. The other cast was pretty decent. Yeah, like before Night Falls, you're also gonna need tissues while you're watching this. But yeah, it's really decent. All right. Coming in at number 6, I'm gonna go with, speaking of Johnny Depp and Bardem and film together, I'm gonna go with Pirates of the Caribbean: Dead Man Tells No Tales. Now here you got Javier Bardem, who portrays the villain Captain Armando Salazar, who's this undead captain of the Silent Mary who seeks revenge on Jack Sparrow and attempts to steal the trident of Poseidon to kill every pirate in sight. I mean, he played this creepy Salazar character really well. He could play a creepy guy very perfectly, and he nailed it every part. Like his scenes with Johnny Depp was pretty decent. Of course, this was actually the first time worked together since before Night Falls, so it was kind of cool that they ended up appearing in the end. Really, I think Jimmy Bardem is probably one of the best Pirates of the Caribbean villain there is. Maybe next to Davy Jones from the second Pirates of the Caribbean film. I mean, Salazar is a really cool villain. And Dead Man Tells No Tale, I think it is, some of the pirate movies could be hit and misses, but I really gotta kick out Dead Man Tells No Tales. If you guys haven't seen that one, definitely go check that one out. Alright, number 5, I'm gonna go with Goya's Ghost. Now, this stars the likes of Natalie Portman, Stellan Skarsgård, Randy Quaid, and it's about brother Lorenzo, portrayed by Bardem, who's this member of the Spanish Inquisition, who seeks to carry a favor with this general by arresting the muse, played by Portman, of a artist Francisco named Goya, played by Skarsgård. But Lorenzo's plans ends up backfiring when the woman's father, who's this wealthy merchant, ends up capturing and torturing Lorenzo. And I guess you could say it has horror elements in it. Stellan Skarsgård was really terrific here. Bardem and his scenes with Natalie Portman was decent. The direction was pretty good. If you guys haven't really seen Goya's Ghost, really decent flick. Alright. I'm gonna hurry this up because I kind of feel it right thought. Anyway, coming in at number 4, I'm gonna go with the Alejandro G. Inarritu film, Beautiful. Now here you got Bardem, who portrays Axpo, who's this career criminal who piles his trays in Barcelona's underground sweet shop and back alleys. And unlike his associates, he has some respect for the poor workers and all. And Bardem actually I believe he scored an Oscar nomination for this, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong there. Of course, the film actually, I believe, either won or just got nominated for Best Foreign Film at the Oscars. And probably one of Inarritu, not his best work because that honor goes to Birdman, but definitely one of his coolest works. One of the best Spanish films that Bardem has ever been in. This movie is probably one of Bardem's best performance. Period. Really good film. You guys ever really seen Beautiful? Beautiful. I'm not really not really sure how saying the full Spanish word, but that aside, it's still pretty decent flick. All right. Now, coming in at number 3, it is Skyfall. Now, speaking of one of the best villains from a franchise, to me, Bardem's character Silva is probably one of the best villains in the Bond franchise. I mean, here Bardem portrays ex MI6 operative turned cyber terrorist Silva, and who's of course a man from M's past who wants to settle a score with Bond. And of course, you had Judi Dench back as a M. Skyfall is probably the best out of the Dan Craig Bond movies. And, when No Time to Die comes out, I'm going to do my top 10 favorite James Bond villains. And spoiler alert, Silva is in that list. Oh, not Silva. Silva, I meant to say. Silva is definitely in that list. Really a great villain. Very creepy performance by Bardem. He played this role just very it's intense. The scenes between him and Bond was pretty decent. I really loved Bardem in this film, and I think we never really we're probably not going to see him back as Silva again because either he was a really cool villain. All right, coming in at number 2, I'm going to go with Woody Allen's film Vicky Cristina Barcelona. Now, this is of course a really decent film with Scarlett Johansson, Penelope Cruz, who of course Bardem is married to and have worked a couple times, and it's about Americans Vicky played by her and Christina played by Johansson, who ends up arriving in Spain for a summer vacation at a friend's Barcelona home, and the friend is played by Patricia Clarkson, and they end up meeting the seductive painter named Juan Antonio, played by Bardem, who invites them for a weekend of food, art, and other stuff. And there's also a love triangle with his former lover, played by Cruz. And there's also, not to mention, there a interesting scene between Bardem. Her and Johansson, and it's a really steamy based film. Probably one of not really Woody Allen's best work, but probably one of his best works. I believe Bardem scored an Oscar nomination for this, if I'm not mistaken. I know Penelope Cruz won her award for this film, and well-deserving award winner is. It's a really decent film. Really great Woody Allen flick. Great performances by Bardem, Johansson, Clarkson, and the other cast. If you guys haven't really seen Vicky Cristina Barcelona yet, it's a really decent one. All right, my number 1 favorite Bardem movie obviously goes to the film that won him his Oscar, and that goes to No Country for Old Men. I mean, come on, you got Bardem as the killer Anton Churgu, who of course uses a coin and all, and he'll also probably and he won't really be pleased until he kills you and all. And it is directed by the Coen Brothers. I believe it won Best Picture at the Oscars, or was it? I gotta double check to see if it won Best Picture. But anyway, you also have you got Tom Lee Jones as the sheriff. You got Josh Brolin here. You also got the likes of Woody Harrelson. You've got who else was in this film? Kelly MacDonald was in this, and Bardem really him as a killer here. You really bought perfectly, and he won his Oscar for a reason. He was that good in this movie, and yeah, and it's also a very grisly murder based film. Great, like I said, great performances by Bardem. I mean, if you guys haven't really seen No Country for Old Men, it's a really great film. Like I said, directed by the Coen Brothers, who did a great job with this. Definitely go check out No Country for Old Men if you guys haven't seen that. All right, that's pretty much it. Let me do the quick rundown. 10, Gemon. 9, The Dancer Upstairs. 8, Before Night Falls. 7, The Sea Inside. 6, Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Man Tells No Tales. 5, Glorious Ghost. 4, Beautiful. 3, Skyfall. 2, Vicky Cristina Barcelona. And number 1, No Country for Old Men. Now, he's been in loads of other stuff over the years as well. He was in that not-so-good Jennifer Lawrence movie, Mother. God, that movie was so terrible. He was also in another Cruise movie called Everybody Knows, Loving Pablo, where he portrayed Pablo Escobar. He was pretty good in that one. Let's see. He was in that not-so-good movie of The Counselor. He was in that not-so-good Charlize Theron movie, The Last Face. He was in that not-so-good film, The Gunman. He was in Collateral. I forgot he was in Collateral. Cannot wait to see him in that remake of Dune. He's going to be in that. And he's also supposed to be portraying Poseidon in the upcoming, Ariel's dad in the upcoming Little Mermaid movie. Cannot wait to check that one out. But he's been some really cool stuff over the years. Cannot wait to see what else he has coming out. Anyway, let me lead you guys. What are some of your favorite Javier Bardem movies? Drop a comment below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell for notifications. This here's Tim Movie signing off.